All right, the LA Chargers offense has just taken an interesting turn. And if you have been paying attention to the Chargers social media, they've been putting a lot of videos out there, audio of practices. In one of the latest videos, it shows Jim Harbaugh specifically drawing up a play, getting with Greg Roman to get Brenden Rice a route and get him involved. And I thought that was really interesting because he's like, hey, I like how he does this. I like how he runs this. So here we are in mini camp, and you've got Brenden Rice being singled out to run a, I don't even know what the route was, skinny post. It sounded like something like that. And it's like, wait a second. If Brenden Rice is going to be kind of already showcased and Jim Harbaugh already has his attention, then it's like, okay, let's take a look at that really quick and what that really does, because an article was put out just recently that the Chargers wide receiver room ranked as the third largest roster hole among NFL teams. And we kind of keep talking about this. Keenan Allen, a loss for sure, but he gave his production and time during his prime and during, I mean, the bulk of his career. And at some point, you have to move on from these veteran guys. And that's just how it happened. And so he's gone. Mike Williams, always injured. So it just feels like overblown about these two guys. Also, these guys are similar in the way that they played, and it's like you're losing one wide receiver. Is that would that be accurate? That's how it feels. You're losing one wide receiver, and in turn, you bring back Joshua Palmer, Quentin Johnston. You're hoping for something, and then you've added Lad McConkey, who gets open, and veteran DJ Chark. The DJ Chark thing, he was with the Lions. By the way, we're Detroit Lions fans that have this channel. It's all about the LA Chargers. So we know a lot about DJ Chark. He was part of that Lions 2022 season, that really like rebuild, coming out party type of a turnaround. He was the number one wide receiver. He played well. He caught that final ball against the Packers to knock them out of the playoffs and send Aaron Rodgers out of Green Bay. So DJ Chark is a good veteran. We don't have to wonder, like, I don't know, what is he? So it's a known thing here. Lad McConkey is like the almost the most known wide receiver, least amount of question marks. I mean, really, it's like he's just going to get open. Like, what do we have to do here? And then you add on Brenden Rice. I'm not so high on Cornelius Johnson, Michigan fan. I just don't know. Huge question mark on him. I could see him being really good or not, because he did show up in big games against Ohio State, and he caught, he scored a couple touchdowns, 150 plus yards. Like he can get open and score, and it's weird. But Michigan ran the ball so much, it's just hard to know really what he's all about. But Brenden Rice, it was a big deal that he even lasted to the 7th round to begin with. So it's like you lose one guy and you've added 4 fresh bodies. I think the wide receiver thing is way overblown, and it's going to be really interesting. So now it takes an interesting turn when Brenden Rice is already standing out, and that's what we were thinking. Hey, if we can get one of these two guys to step up, then it's either one of these two guys or Quentin Johnston. That's who's got to step up, and then this wide receiver room is going to be fine. Well, maybe he steps up, but it sounds like Brenden Rice is already grabbing attention, and that really changes everything in the wide receiver room, because now Joshua Palmer, Lad McConkey, DJ Chark, Brenden Rice. There's 4 wide receivers, and we don't even need Quentin Johnston at this point. So listen to me. I'm saying like I'm a Chargers fan. Uh-oh. I am. I am just a fan. What am I doing? Okay, here we go. Another thing that's really encouraging is 3 Chargers make the CBS Sports Top 100 Players of 2024. Why this is interesting is because the Lions, when they started over and kind of got a new GM, when they got a new GM and head coach, that 2021 season, they had 0 top 100 players. And it's just like, oh my gosh, starting from scratch here. The Chargers aren't. You've got a quarterback. Let's go. 41 seems awfully low. Slater, thank you. Khalil Mack. So you've got Quarterback, got a cornerstone piece, another cornerstone piece, Joey Bosa, Derwin James. So it's interesting to me that the Chargers have blue chip players along with like this infusion of rookies and then the Jim Harbaugh thing. Like it's gonna be really surprising, I think, this year. They're gonna surprise people. The more that we look at this team, the more that we dive into it, it's really interesting. In the thing that we talk about a lot is the division is wide open. It doesn't scare you. I get the Chiefs, duh, but Broncos might have the worst roster in the NFL and a rookie quarterback. I mean, they've got how much dead money that they just, they're not going to be any good. And then the Raiders don't have a quarterback. Okay. Thank you. So that's huge if you're a Chargers fan. But here you look at, you have a quarterback, you've got the wide receivers now, you've got guys like Khalil Mack, which is interesting. After a few down seasons in terms of sack numbers, he had 17 and 23. At 33, age is starting to be a concern, but he can still impact the passing game for the defense. And he is right. Like age is a thing. That's real because you're just kind of thinking, well, I don't know. He's getting older, right? But hey, one more year. That's the thing about these older guys. You're not asking them for 5 years. You're asking, I just need one more year out of you. Let us figure it out after that. Let's go into this 2024 season and then we'll figure it out. That's kind of what it feels like. Same with Joey Bosa. Hey man, just need you to be healthy. Let's go. Derwin James feels like he's in the absolute prime of his career. You can see that he's already getting recognized by Jim Harbaugh in those clips, and you can tell Jim Harbaugh really loves him, and it's the whole thing. And it's just like, okay, Jim Harbaugh, Derwin James, these guys, combine that with the new look wide receivers, like everything's fine. And also, Khalil Mack, he was talking with Pro Football Focus, and he was talking about how Jim Harbaugh will really help in overcoming issues, losing close games. And that's football. That's the NFL. That's why it's so popular. One of many reasons it's so popular. Every game's close. Every game's within a touchdown. You're never out of it. Knowing what it took for you to lose those games, just having an understanding of the game, knowing what plays lost you the game, knowing what situations lost you the game, like 2-minute drills. Something simple can end up being so big at the end of game. What Coach Harbaugh has done is being here not that long is to let you know the minute details. That's what it takes to win those and finish close games. And that's what we continue to talk about with Jim Harbaugh is details, details, details. And that's only going to help in those close games, right? So it's just everything. It's just a lot to football, a lot of moving parts. And if you can get it right, man, it's nice. If you can't, it's not good and it's terrible. And the Chargers have experienced that. Hopefully they've experienced something different here with Jim Harbaugh. So let me know your thoughts in the comments and we'll see all of you on the next one.